Here is cards, and 2 players are playing it, including Lucy and Danny. He gets 1, right 1. He won on the right. He has seen this before, not because they play it often. He asks them to hurry. She will be back, and he has to keep playing since it's helping him. He's calling her Ophelia. She tells him that she is not anymore. He asks her to be careful out there, and she leaves. They are preparing for somewhere surrounded by undeads. She tells them about progress with Danny. She has to stay here, and they are going for weapons found. He wants her to make him able to help them, since he knows Victor better than anyone. Wes says Danny is gone. The front hatch is opened, and so is the suit gone. He sends Lucy and Wes for him and asks to stay in contact. He is here at a park. He's calling for Ophelia and saying he can hear her. He gets to rolling seats and an undead is stuck. Another attacks him down, and he kills it. He gets up, gets it back, and goes on the radio for Mija, maybe Ophelia. There are people around, and he says he can feel her. He takes it out and fires. They put on masks and recognize them. The air is clean. Here is out here because this boat needs him. He saw Ophelia last time on it. She told him as well in sub that Ophelia is not there, which means she's out here. She tells him that she died years ago in Mexico. He saw her yesterday. Wes says he's confused. He's wrong about Ophelia. He says all are saying nonsense and forbids touching him. He cares about Ophelia more than anything and says no matter what Lucy does, she can't take and never take her place in his life. And he means it. She doesn't translate it for Wes and stops. There are undeads here. These are not undeads. They are here and are stalkers. They take and spray their masks and put them back on. They have brought here and are among them all. Arno is here. Wes says he's here because of him. Danny says they can take them out. He's afraid of what he's gonna do with these people. He asks them to get their gear off and hang it. They can take them. They recognize these people from holdings and are followers of Teddy. Bring them up, and it's a boatyard. Thanks to Alicia, they have left 2 places. Walls don't work here, so undeads are their walls here. He will talk to them one by one. He says she's out there somewhere. Danny sees his gun and takes it. He wants to go find his daughter. He will kill him? He can. He presses it, and it's empty since bullets are very rare now. He asks Danny to keep his mouth shut. They heard their chatter from sub that they have found a weapons stash and need coordinates, or they will end up down with undeads. He's seeing a boat. They will go first with Wes and lock Danny and Lucy here. He sees outside that boat. He says they don't have to get out of here. That card boat is that boat, and Ophelia is there. He asks for a guard. He's gonna tell them coordinates which he remembers while overhearing Dwight. He wants to talk to the person in charge. She will go along as well to help translate his language. He says he's right and was hard on her, but he's right. He was right. She has no one. She actually has no one after losing Nick. Meeting him and listening to him doesn't make her feel alone anymore. She's worried for him, and he says he will find her, and all will be all right. They get him and her out. Arno locks him up and is getting him down to either know the coordinates or be eaten by them. He talks about Derek. He was his friend and Wes killed him. He loved him, but he was gonna kill his friends. He gets it down. He still says he will say nothing. The man brings them and says he wants to tell something. He asks him to get him out. Perhaps he will kill them all, but will get nothing. He really knows and will tell about weapons in return for his daughter, which is in that boat. He attacks him. He manipulates him by saying that they do have Ophelia. Lucy tries to make him understand. He understands Spanish as well. He wants him to not hurt her and wants to see. Afterward, he will tell about weapons. He says something is coming. He's saving his people. He has to trust him about Ophelia by giving coordinates. He gets paper and pen out, writes them down, and gives them to him. He confirms they are right. He sends his team. If he has lied, they will end up down there. They get Wes out of there and bring him here. Danny calls him a fool if he would have gotten killed by Arno. It will not risk anybody. She says if they get weapons first, they might kill their friends. He told wrong coordinates about somewhere, which takes 24 hours to go and return. He got this knife from an idiot when he pushed him. His memory isn't improving, but when he thinks about rescuing Ophelia, it clears things up for him. He didn't tell her about his past, and when she found out, he couldn't explain it to her. Now he's looking for her to explain it to her, and he will be fine, and everything will be all right again. Now they are going to get off this boat. He has passed out. They call a guard and ask for help. He takes him on a knife, calling him old. He says his daughter isn't here. He will take Ophelia from here. They have to make him understand somehow and follow them. Undeads are gathering in a crater where a warhead had detonated. He knows no more. They are here, inside, and see no Ophelia. They bring him to the edge and say they are all liars, and the card was a message. She tells him about Mexico long ago. He wants to explain to her but can't. That's why he's so confused. He says trust is very fragile. It's easy to break and difficult to fix. He knew Derek, and he cuts him and says knowing about his brother would have hurt him. They move, and he removes Plank as he's going to Arno to make him pay for what he did. He moves while leaving them. Both are here looking at undeads. He was having hope about if he will tell him about Derek. He just wanted to know if Derek knew he was in Tank Town when he attacked because he killed him. Due to Daniel, he couldn't know it. Down here, a few radiated undeads are gathering and being killed. Sabrina goes to check the other side, and Danny gets to him and puts him in a cage and locks it. Arno says he was doing the same for his people as he was doing for his daughter. He gets him down slowly and right on the bottom. Undeads get him on the side and eat his bottoms. Lucy and Wes get here. He made him do it. They bring him up while he's half dead. He says all would die because of them. Alicia had to take care of them. She didn't. Lucy will save them. He says those undeads in the pit are being brought out by someone. They can't touch or go near them, and the tower is the only place to survive. He dies. He takes it and puts him to rest. He lied to him about Ophelia. He is not sorry for him. He used him, so he still needs her help. Ophelia could never understand his real background. She saw it and is still here. They are not blood relatives, but they are a family today. They have to do something about the people here, and these radiated undeads. There are many here now. He is dead, and Arno is dead. She has gathered them to leave somewhere away from here and fight Strand for the tower to start life anew. They are all with her, packing their stuff. Alicia wanted to take these people along. Only Arno was the obstacle. With these people, they can take the tower now, since they have Danny now, since he knows him better than anyone. He got them out of jail and out of that boat because when he was looking for Ophelia, she gave him focus. He calls her and knows that they are going to use Danny by giving him false hope. He can't do it anymore and leaves. She tells him about what Arno told before dying. Strand has Ophelia alive in the tower. She is telling him now because of what he did here. If he gets clarity by thinking about her, he can take the tower from Strand. His mind isn't clear. If it's not true and is another lie, he will totally get broken. She says it's true. Then they will go there and they will live together forever. They get out, and people are ready to move. He and Derek used to say to each other that people are people. Strand and Alicia made him see things differently for a while. Now they are enemies. Now, what she did to Danny, she is the same, and he will go somewhere else. Danny is confused. He is of no guilt, but she knows it well. He says they can follow him. It will not change his decision. Here at Sub, they have brought a lot of weapons. They need soldiers to carry these. They are back here with Arno's people and tell them about Wes. He's fine. They just have to think now to defeat Strand. He's here at the checkpost and calls to talk to Strand to make a deal, since he can save his tower.